All right, hi. Nick Carrillo here, um, making a video for you as you requested. Um, Thank you very much for this opportunity, or possible opportunity that is. Um, just a few couple things. This site is called Glober Poker, and it's promoted by Facebook. And the way to withdraw and deposit is through PayPal. Withdrawals are very nice and clean. They take less than 24 hours. Sometimes it takes 2 days, but most of the time it's within 24 hours, so that's very nice. The play is extremely soft. There's a lot of limping going on. Um, uh, it's not as much as a pre-flop game as it is post-flop game because everyone just wants to see C5, I guess, or C3. Um, so um, it's very soft site. It's a great opportunity to make money. Um, so another thing that's great is there's a lot of action. Like if you look right now at the tables, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 tables going on right now. The one unfortunate thing about the site is there's no HUD. They don't keep track of hand histories. Um, you can only play 6 tables at once. You could play more than 6, um, but they won't be tiled and it's unclean. Um, but you could still make very good profit from the site. So here we defended a small mid open with queen five suited. We flopped top pair and he bets again. Bets pretty small. Um, so I think the hand's pretty much face up on how to play it. And as you can see, that guy had aces with the ace of hearts, and he put no money in the pot. Um, so have that going on a lot. Mainly, the main thing on this site that's the most profitable about it is there's a lot of limping. You could just ISO the limpers and take advantage of their passive play. That's where you're going to make a lot of profit in this game. We don't have a HUD, but if we had a HUD on this site, our red line would be extremely good because we'd be winning so many pots with no showdown. Um, Also, another big thing is they're extremely awful post flop. So they'll play their big hands very poor on bad boards and stuff like that. So even though that the site is rake free, like there's no rake back, or it's not rake free, there's no rake back. You're still going to beat the game at such a good clip. It's still very profitable. Um, in general, they're mainly pretty passive. And like I said previously, it's not really a pre-flop game. Like I would expect these hands to be pretty solid here, and sure enough, it's aces and jacks, button to big blind. And like this guy with jacks probably hated it, even though he's like should be excited. So and here we go. We got a min raise under the gun. We have pocket fives. We're gonna peel. King, queen seven. This is an easy check fold. There's nothing good that could happen for us. So we fold. Okay, let me make sure this is recording. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's recording. Um, Embarrassingly, I will admit this. I did a prior video and I did not press the record button correctly. So I sat there doing a video for an hour and I didn't record it. So That was awfully embarrassing, but yeah, that would explain why I have whatever $32.90 over here. Um, all right, we have Queen Jack suited here on the button. We are going to gladly isolate that with the 4x. Sometimes might 5x it, but I'm suited. I kind of feel like playing a pot. All right, so we have backdoor flush draw with queen high. There's a couple turns that we could turn with a 9 or a 10. We also have 2 overs to the 8, so we're definitely going to bet here. He doesn't have an ace a lot, although they do on this site. They let bet aces. So we'll immediately find out as soon as he calls. And if we don't pick up any equity on the turn, I'll just be over the hand. But if we happen to turn a 9, 10, or a club, we'll keep barreling away here. All right, so we open 2 7s from the gun 1, and we get 3-bet from the big blind here, so we're going to peel. And the flop is 10 10 5 with 2 clubs. He checks. Feel like I need to bet here. All right, so this guy leads into us, and we just picked up a flush draw. I feel like we're gonna raise here. We're gonna bet here. And let's see here. We're gonna have to bluff, and hopefully we get a jack 10 to fold. Queen jack snapped. Ace king. It's unfortunate. We won the 3-bet pot. But like as you could see, he just peeled ace king from the big blind. He did 3-bet. They're pretty passive. Not sure what to think about my bluff. I'm pretty sure I didn't c-bet the flop, and then I was repping a set or ace jack there, which I would usually bet ace jack on the flop. I don't think that these guys are thinking at that level. But obviously, a hand like ace king, he's going to have a hard time folding. So it's kind of unlucky that I ran in the top of his range. That's pretty unfortunate. I didn't get any action with kings. We'll defend the big blind to a min raise with ace-8 offsuit, and now we will check fold. 50 cents, huh? So we have king 5 suited here. We will open on the button. The blinds versus button play, which is extremely important, especially in 6-max cash, is a lot different on this site. They peel from the small blind. They peel from the big blind a lot. It's not very 3-betty. I mean, some guys are 3-betty. You just got to really mark them and pay attention to who's actually playing kind of correctly or whatever. We're definitely going to 3-bet ace queen suited here. Alright, so we have a flush draw, and we're going to bet and get it in here. Hopefully I have double up hand. Okay, he got an ace-9 dry. It's pretty bad. But again, like I've been saying, this site is it's pretty soft. That type of stuff happens randomly all the time. I might get up and leave to go to a different table here, unless someone joins the table relatively quickly. We have 2 4s here on the button. We will flat a 3-bet if it happens. It's part of our defending range on a 3-bet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh, we got another guy. Okay, it's 50, so we'll stay. Kind of on the fence of what's the right way to play an ace rag blind versus blind. I will 3-bet this time though. Okay, so we flop bottom pair. And this pot, okay, well, you made my life a lot easier. Thank you, sir. But yeah, a lot of these guys' bets are pretty polarized. Yada yada yada. And here we go limping, and he has 200 big blind stack. But that's very common on the site. Like it's one of the, basically I'd say like it's the recipe of the site. Like it just happens almost every hand that somebody limps in. And on cue, this guy limps. We have 2 3s, so I'm just gonna check behind. Limp. Ace 10. We will be 3-betting this. Okay, easy fold. Queen Jack suited. We could defend this to a 3-bet too. I had a feeling this guy was going to call. So we have a gut shot and a backdoor queen high flush draw. And this guy is leading. Let me see here. I'm just going to peel some. Okay, so we turned a straight here, and this guy's leading pot. Usually it means that they have a hand, but I'm definitely going to just call here because they are pretty LOL. So we lose the ace 10. Okay, so now he bets half. So now we're going to shove it in for value. Here we're going to bet our flush draw. Interesting card. Yeah. Feels like we got to go for it. Okay, so let's see here. He has a 10 a lot in his hand. We got a bet here. Yeah. So yeah, who knows what this guy had? He's probably just LOLing around. So certainly, if he had a 10, he would never have folded. And if he had an ace, he might not fold that either because he's a king kicker. So I definitely want to play for max value there. I feel like just raising doesn't pay you off the most in the long run. The times that he calls, he would eventually would have called the rest of it anyways. And the times where he folds, it's just you're going to get more shoving there. I mean, I really feel like he just had stone nothing. He was just. That's another thing that they do is they peel from the small blind and just LOL lead out and not caring about ranges or anything. They're just going for it. But yeah, this site is a gold mine in my opinion. It's just very unfortunate for me in this time of my life that I've run out of a bankroll, and you don't even really need that much to put on the site. Um, you can make a good monthly living playing this 25 cent, 50 cents, and then after some momentum and building the roll and getting on my feet, we could move up levels because some of the same players are at 50 cent dollar. Some of them will even play $1, $2. I've never played $2 on this site, but I've definitely played 50 cent dollar on this site, and it's the same level of play, maybe a little bit more aggressive pre-flop, but it's still pretty bad. And there's a lot of those tables going too. You see 50 cent dollars. There's it's a little bit less. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tables of 50 cent dollar, and then 1, 2. There's a little bit more 1, 2 going. But 25 cent, 50 cent, there's always a good amount of tables going. Even in the early AM, they have tables going. Okay, so we have a bottom pair here and a backdoor flush draw, so we're going to check call this hand. He's betting a whole 50 cents. So now we have a flush draw with a pair of eights. And I had a feeling he was going to do that, but Okay, so if he has an ace, he is going to check, or at least should, because I have a queen here a lot. A queen does not bet pot on the turn. I mean, this hand really does not make much sense at all. Um, and he was LOLing the other hand before too. Uh, and like an ace doesn't play it like this, so he could have a pocket twos. That'd probably be about the only hand that I lose to here. Ace queen like should be three betting pre-flop, but don't really see it, so I figured bluff here. He has an ace. He doesn't. I mean, this guy's just doesn't realize that he's bluffing. Um, so maybe I should fold because he's too dumb to know that realize that he's bluffing. Okay, so we have top pair here. This guy raised under the gun. I'm going to bet here. Okay, that's not a great card. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that hand. Like he shouldn't really have an ace there. We have all our queens there played the same way. So he really can't be betting an ace like that. We also have better ace there. So this guy's just too stupid to know that he was bluffing, and his sizing is just like awful. So we have a 10 high here from a small line flat. This smashes his range. We do have a backdoor flush, so we're going to go ahead and bet. Okay, so now we picked up a gutter, so we're just gonna have to go for it now. All right, so we got a limp here. We get king, top pair, king with the four kicker. Limp. Anytime they really bet big sizing, in general, they usually have it. Feels kind of too weak to just fold the flop to a limp. But I'm not really too happy about this spot. And this is why, because I mean, there's really nothing much we could do. He could have just took a stab with ace high. Jack 10 just got there. I mean, we're gonna have to call another bet. So maybe I should just be holding the flop with the king 4 when he overbets. Limp. Here it goes. Limp. Yep. Got a live one right here. King shit is shit. So I'm assuming he's going to call this, so I'm going to make it this sizing. He's going to call. It's just the way that this guy is. Okay, so Jack 4. Feel like I'm going to put this in my check call range. 625. Okay. Queen. Maybe I should have just took control of this pot and bet myself. But we can't really continue here. Easily could be bluffing. We're we're going to ISO here. This is a spot where we're going to make the majority of our money on the site. It's with them limping and us ISOing. They just fold. They call and fold way too much. And the hand's over. Alright, so this guy is pretty stubborn. And of course he's leading when he has absolutely nothing. We could float here, but he's continually shown that he doesn't slow down. So we're just going to let go. We'll have some better floats with king high and stuff. Alright, so we open the cutoff and we get 3-bet in the small blind. So we're going to call with our pair of 8s. And the flop is king 3-2. It definitely feels like one where we have to call here. That's unfortunate because if he checks, we're going to gladly check back. $4.5. Really can't picture us being good, but with the way they play on this side, I'm assuming he had a queen with ace queen. No, he had jacks. Same type of hand. Alright, ace 5 suited. We're going to open. Min 3-bet, we would fold to a normal 3-bet sizing, but since he made it so small, we'll be able to peel profitably. And we check fold this. I think I'm going to get off this table and concentrate on this one, as playing this shallow is not the best. Alright, we have a pair of 2s and a small blind. I'm going to complete the small blind. I'm assuming this guy's going to ISO because it just seems like the thing that he would do. And probably going to flop a 2 here. Min 4-bet. Can't wait to see these hands. Aces under the gun, right? Ace, king, queen. Okay, well, they had real hands at least. Not happy to see king shit lose money. It just seems like he's gonna just love to flat his small blind. Min 3-bet. And he gets 4-bet. And he snap heels. And he's leading. This guy is not going to have much money soon. And hopefully it's not this hand. I have a feeling it is. He's just going to fold. He calls. What does he have? Ace 7 high. Oh my god. Yeah. My 2 10s were just too good against that guy. But yeah, this is very. These guys come in randomly and just. That's what they do. Hopefully he's loading more money. Doesn't look like it. Also, another common thing is once people double up, some of them will just whatever quotation marks hit and run because they're just happy that they won money or whatever. And they leave. It's very common on this site too. So he just got gifted $50. After seeing that hand, I feel like a lot better calling with a pair of eights because he's obviously just brain dead. Oh, he's gone. That sucks. Was hoping he would buy in. So we have 8-10 offsuit. It's our worst 10 that will open here. Don't really feel like opening 10-7 off on the button. These guys are pretty passive pre-flop, so your opening ranges could be a little bit wider than normal because you're not going to get attacked as much. Hopefully we get more players, or I will find another table. Alright, we'll open 5-4 suited here from the small blind. Alright, we don't really have much equity here. Alright, picked up a flush draw, so we're going to bet 2 times now. Don't have to. Alright, ace queen, he opens. We're going to 3-bet. We're only 4-handed. Alright, so pretty good flop for our hands. Alright, we have ace king suited here in the big blind. Definitely going to 3-bet this. I hate 3-bets. We're going to 4-bet call. We're way ahead of his 3-bet range. Alright. Alright, snap calls. Okay. we have 2 overs and backdoor nut flush draw. Alright, ace 2, small blind. Don't feel like I'm going to continue with this hand unless it's folded to me. Alright. Soda pop. Alright, so we have bottom pair here. That's the blind. Okay, we're just going to continue to check here. And run out is not the best. Alright, we have 2 kings here on the button. Been kind of 3-betty. Hopefully they feel like I'm getting out of line. Or not. Ace 10 offsuit under the gun. Full ring with good players I probably wouldn't want to open, but we're a seat out. These players are not very 3-betty. Okay, we flop top pair here. We have the diamonds covered, so we are in love with our hand at the moment. Can easily change. So we bet. Take it down. Ace 8 offsuit from the big blind. Full 3x under the gun. All right. Two, 3 offsuit from the small blind. Easy fold. Queen 8 offsuit on the button. We will open if it's folded to us. We fold. Hopefully we get some seats open with these guys sitting out. Ten, 2 offsuit. Fold. A7 offsuit. Fold. 6-4 offsuit, big blind. Oh. Alright, A7 offsuit, small blind. Fold. I would not 3-bet that either from a button open. Playability of Ace X is pretty awful. Alright, so we got Ace Queen offsuit here with the dead blind in. I have a feeling this guy's going to ISO. I'm going to get the 3-bet, and then the hand's going to be over. Let's see. Alright, it's very weird. Alright, well, he's leading, so this is kind of a good sign. Usually has just like some weak ace here, or nothing. Queen 10 offsuit. We have a guy sitting out. It's kind of. I'll just fold it. It's kind of too weak. All right, we got 6-2 offsuit in the big blind. All right, so it looks like we have a dead big one, and we have 10 on offsuit on the button. Another limper. I feel like I'm going to attack this. It's not the best hand to do it with, but these guys are going to call and fold all day long. All right, well, we flop top pair in the gutter, so. All right, 10-7-0. Queen Jack suited. We'll flat this guy. We've 3-bet him enough. Alright, we flop a flush draw and 2 overs. And we're going to raise him. So yeah, I'm not sure what video, if I mentioned stuff about me or not, because I did in the other video, or I might have in this one too. But um, I've played poker professionally since 2005, 2006. Um, I was mostly MTT guy. Had some very high points in my career. Pocket fives, I was ranked fourth one year. I have $8 million in tournament cashings, and about $1 million in profit. Um, the last 2 or 3 years, I've played more cash online. Um, where before I didn't play any at all. Um, and I started understanding just how big of a difference it is from playing cash compared to playing tournaments or whatever. And cash is obviously way harder, and the players are better, and you're deeper, and yeah, I mean it's overall playing more cash. The last couple of years has really like helped my game out a lot playing tournaments, because tournaments feel like extremely easy. Um, but yeah, just came across this site a couple months ago, and was just amazed at how much of a gold mine it is. And I feel like there's an opportunity to make a tremendous amount of money off this site. I just need to find backing. I've always been in a situation where it was just kind of like, well, here's a little roll, like try to run it up. And the very first month, I didn't mean to peel this. The very first month that I played on this site, I won like $4,500. Felt great. Um, was pretty confident. Everything. And then the second month, about 3 weeks in, um, uh, things turned for the worst. Lost about $900 of the $1,000 roll, and just didn't never put money on here again. Um, but I'm pretty confident that I could duplicate what I did the very first month. I feel like the second month, my ranges got kind of out of sorts a little bit, and I was running pretty bad to go along with it. Um, and I'm pretty confident that I will destroy this game. Um, you saw the one guy in this video. Unfortunately, the first video I made, there was a lot of stuff that you would have seen from the level of play that I'm up against on this site. But yeah, it's pretty simple to beat. I feel it's the softest site I've ever played on cash game wise. I mean, it's pretty comparable to live. Live, they're pretty bad. Um, so yeah, I would say it's like comparable to live. Who's playing these guys? They do some of the same things. All right, so we're definitely going to defend 2 10s to the big blinds 3 bet. Pre-flop, they're not very aggressive on the site in general, so um, we're not like ecstatic here with 2 10s. Okay, he checks. We will check back. All right, so now we have. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should bet or not. We'll keep checking. Keep checking. Ah, God, that's awful. $250. Almost certainly not good here, but we have to be good 1 in 6 times. Okay. Full house is good, sir. The guy doesn't realize that if he bets the flop, I call, and if he bets the turn, there's a chance that I call. And he's just, that's basically one of the greatest things about this site is they don't get value from their hands too. Queen Jack offsuit under the gun. Just gonna fold. Yeah, I mean we're good 1 in 6 there. Might not be good there 1 in 6, but I don't know. I've seen enough crazy stuff on this site. Um, Also, it's good for info. Good to know, like that he three bet a pair of nines from the big blind, and he hit a set and checked. Good information to have on this guy. All right, we have 10-2 with diamonds here. I'm gonna check back. Yes. Eight for offsuit. And this guy's a limper too. This guy's the only one that's like aggressively playing. And see, here's the little pop up. This thing comes up every time you play 60 minutes. It'll pop up and say, do you want to continue playing? Do you want to stop playing? You've won $20 at this table, yada, yada, yada. I think that's maybe there to stop bots from playing. Not exactly sure, but. All right, so we have 2 overs and a gutter. And this guy's leading. He most certainly does not have a 4, which is possible, but we're going to definitely raise here. He has too much of nothing, and calling is just, he's going to barrel all turns, and we're going to be staring at 6 high still. So it's better just to raise and get the hand over with right there when he most likely has nothing. And if he has a 2, we have a bunch of equity. And I doubt he's going to be able to call a turn bet when it's that sizing. So it's pretty face up what to do there. 7-3 suited. Let it go. And then 3 bet. Peel. Queen 3. Jack. 2 diamonds. Funny thing about this site is they're small pre, but post, some of them have the capability of just clicking the pot button. This guy was not one of those guys. King 6 off. Randall Willis. Limp, limp, limp. Sure, I mean, it's just something weird. I mean, he's aggressive enough to 3-bet nines out of the big blind, but he's very limpy. Usually when they're very limpy like this, they're calling every single hand unless it's jacks, queens, kings, aces, ace, king. Yes, this good limped. And he bet, now he's raising. Yeah. Can't fathom what these hands are. This guy called. Gets 2 pair versus straight, but like he really limped king queen. Doesn't sound right. 8-7 maybe he limped. The guy on the button, 8-7 off. I mean $3 we get to see it at least. Queen 8, huh? I guess he has that straight too. Just doesn't make sense that you'd have king queen. You'd definitely open king queen. Alright. I think gotta change this mark to a player notes. Okay. This guy's potting it. We do have back their clubs, but guess like king queen. All right, we're gonna 3-bet here. Okay, we're gonna ISO big. If you're gonna play your hand out of position, you gotta make them pay. Alright, this guy's a notorious limper. I think I'll do this video for 12 more minutes. The other one I did was an hour and a half. The other one had 2 tables going the whole time, so it's kind of unfortunate that this one's only 1 table, but I feel like you'll get a feel of what this site's about and the capabilities that I have. Yeah, this Bailey guy is like the only one that is like somewhat playing. Geez, limp. Kind of want to ISO queen 5 suited, but just let it go. This is just a common thing. It's just them just limping, and you could just keep attacking it. They're just gonna call fold, call fold, call fold, call fold. Let's get some bet. I think fold. It's so funny. Alright, we have 2 9s here. We'll just peel if he opens. These guys haven't really played. They're on snap folds. Felt like this guy's gonna call. Okay, so king, jack, 5, 2 spades. Obviously not a great flop for our hand. Ace of spades. Fine. We have enough hands there, the last hand, to defend that pro bet, so pair of nines with no spade, we could easily just let it go. There's nothing good that we could hope for on the river besides him checking and giving up. That's never a good proposition to be in. So let's let him have it. This guy's pretty passive too. Five more minutes, I'll run this video. No, actually, 7.5. We'll go to an hour and 15 minutes. Hopefully I got enough here for you. Really looking forward to it. I'm very confident and very hardworking. I'm very open-minded. If whatever criticism or whatever adjustments that you feel that I need to make or whatever, I'm completely open to it. My primary goal is just to make money every month. It's all I care about, and I'll tell you this: there's nobody that worked harder than me. You could see. I mean, I have $8 million in cashes and not a lot of very big scores. They're all the slow way: 10K, 15K, 20K, 15K, 10K. Never had like a 200 or 300 or whatever. All right, so we flop middle pair here and a flush draw. This is a board that this guy is going to continue on a lot. And as I say, that ace snap folds. Alright, 10-7 offsuit. This soda pop guy has just folded every single hand. I can't imagine some of the hands he's folding. And this guy's notorious limper. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, we have ace four suited, limp, ace-o. Man. Kind of want to come over the top of all this. Let's let it go. I knew that guy was gonna go. Yeah, good luck with that, sir. I wish you the best of luck with that bet. Bailey just has ace king, I guess. He has to raise ace king at this point. Ace jack, 10-8 offsuit. Nice bluff there with 10-8 offsuit, sir. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of these guys are just worse than brain dead. And they come from like worse of brain dead to someone like this guy that's just not playing many hands. Gonna mark this guy tight. But yeah, I feel it's really important to like mark all these guys and get their notes because there's no HUD. And once you have notes and you understand how each of them are playing, it's really easy to play against them. And one weird thing is you can't click when the out of the hand. You can't click the note thing. It's one pretty weird thing on this site. All right. 2-3 offsuit. All right, so 2 minutes. I will close this video. I guess I'll just play another orbit. I'll just do that. Play another orbit. Yeah, there's this site. I feel like I kind of want to play this site and prove to you that I could crush it. And also, there's since I'm in Nevada, there's WSOP.com, and I played cash on there a little bit. Um, there's a couple pluses and minuses for that site compared to this one. The one on that site is there's rakeback. It's not great, but it's something. The players are a little bit better. Some of them are a lot better. So they're going to be playing. So your amount of big blinds 100 that you're going to win on that table isn't going to be as much as this, but you do get rake on that site. Um, and I felt like on Friday, Saturday, Sunday on WSOP.com, the action was pretty good. But it was pretty dead the other days, like during the days, except at night it'd pick up. Whereas global is just they have more people going on there and playing, and they're just these guys are just, I mean, the people that you dream to play against. Um, all right, so we have full house here. Gonna check call. He didn't feel the need to bluff his 4 high. So we'll update that. It's good to know that he does that. And wanted to note this guy being tight. I think we got enough here. So thank you for any possible opportunity that I'm given. However you want to do it, or however you want to discuss how we do it, I'm open-minded. I just really want to start putting in the work and making the money, and look forward to talking to you. And thank you.